Hi family, welcome back. It's MJ here, and today I'm sharing with you my minimalist tips on how to grow your hair long and healthy. So this is actually a very common question I get from you guys. What's my hair care routine? How do I get it so long? How do I keep it so healthy? It can improve, I will say, but I don't know if you guys remember when I first cut my hair, like the last time I cut my hair, it was 2014 before I moved to Hawaii. I cut like the shortest parts of my hair were about 1.5 inches long, and then there was long in the front, but I had to wait until that 1.5 inches grew to even. And since then, it's been about 4 years, I've let it grow out without cutting it, except for one occasion. I went to the hairstylist, told him, please trim it just a little bit, and he took about 3.5 inches off. We've all done that, I think, at least once, and that is hence why I cut my own hair. But without further ado, I'm gonna share with you my 5 tips on how I keep my hair going long and healthy. The first tip is pretty simple. Be conscious of your hair. What does this mean? It means that if you have long hair or it's growing long, you want to make sure that all the hair follicles kind of move in one direction. This means if you are going to do a bun, no messy buns where it's bending and kind of tangling your hair. If you're brushing your hair, don't do it vigorously, just do it nice and gentle from the ends all the way up. You want to minimize as much breakage as possible. Even when I sleep, if I feel like I'm going to be moving my head a lot and this is going to kind of rub my head, I'm going to lift my hair up and over the back of my pillow or sleep with it down to the side. Also, when I get out of the shower, I don't do any vigorous drying or anything like that. I kind of just like to wrap it up and leave it up for about 10 or 15 minutes, and it soaks up all the excess water. Number 2 is use the most minimal amount of products as possible, and at best, if you can no poo it. What no poo is basically using 0 product in your hair, letting your hair do its normal course of oiling the hair and cleansing the hair. It's actually a self-cleansing mechanism. If you actually do this, your hair will be so soft and smooth. It is amazing, and it's something I look forward to doing after I kind of migrate out of this commercial work that I'm doing where I have to get my hair styled all the time. But if you don't want to do no poo and you are using shampoo kind of like I'm doing now, what I do is I basically no poo it, or I just rinse it and kind of exfoliate with my fingertips most of the week, and then once a week I put shampoo and conditioner through my hair. Also, outside of that, I don't really use any products in my hair whatsoever. No hairspray, no mousse, no, especially that sea salt spray that is getting really popular. That really dries out your hair. So embrace your hair for the shape it wants to take form. Work with that whatever you can. Maybe add some oils or whatnot, and find some drying techniques that work for you. Speaking of drying techniques, my tip number 3 is to reduce or use minimal, if not 0 heat at all on your hair. I don't like blow drying because it really dries out your hair. It takes a lot of time and it's just a waste of energy in my opinion, but I do get that some people like that blow dried look. What I like doing is I like putting my hair up in a towel for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once I let it down, I put some oil in my hair, brush it, and I flick my hair. It sounds crazy, like I'm at a rock concert. I flick it back and forth, side to side, and it kind of lets the air through my hair, and I kind of let it dry poofed up like that, and it gives it that volume that blow drying does too. And then as it's drying a few times during the drying process, I'll come take my brush and brush my hair upside down and flick it again. And it really works, and I like it because I'm not standing there with a blow dryer drying out my hair. And then I also very rarely use any curling irons or flat irons. If you see my hair is crimped, it's typically a result of braiding my hair when it's wet. And the minimal that I use is a flat iron if I'm doing work or something and I see that a hair has gone awry or there's a wave here and I just need to tame it. I'll run a flat iron on the lowest level that I can really quickly through my hair. So if you're feeling like your hair cannot be tamed unless you're using hair products or heat on it, it's likely that you have hard water in your shower. So tip number 4 is to use a shower filter. I'm gonna place this in the link below because I had no idea why my hair was drying out and getting coarse. My girls were getting tons of tangles, and it seemed like no matter how much conditioner we used, the hair was just breaking and in bad shape all the time. thanks to my brother-in-law who said that his wife went through the same thing. They recommended this shower filter, which is very minimal cost, and it was effective almost immediately. After the first shower, the hair felt softer and less tangled. So if you are working with hard water in your house, it's likely damaging your hair. Tip number 5 is the only products I really would recommend using is some oil in your hair. Oil protects it from heat and sun, and this is especially good if you are shampooing your hair. If you're doing no poo, you probably can skip this tip. Now, some of the things that I like using are coconut oil. I'll fill coconut oil, either fractionated if I'm in cold weather or just regular coconut oil if I'm in warm weather, in a bottle like this, and I just place this in my medicine cabinet and it squirts out, and I can put a little in my hair and massage it in. I like massaging it in when it's wet. Some other products I like is argan oil. This is actually Moroccan argan oil by Cure. And I really love the John Masters dry nourishing defrizzer oil. So I'll stick all these in the products below. These are my favorites. Basically, when I'm going super minimal, I just use the coconut oil. And if I really want to spoil myself, John Masters is the way to go. But the Cure is a happy medium, so you can pick and choose what you like and what works for you. I will say that the argan oil is a lot thicker. It's a lot more moisturizing. So if you feel like your hair is super oily, it might be a little too much. The John Masters is lighter. So again, play around with it. And also the Cure oil and the coconut oil is something that I use for my skin, on my face and my skin, using the Cure oil mostly on cuticles and extra dry areas like my elbows and my knees. So it's great for more than just your hair. Now I'm going to give you guys a bonus tip, tip 6, because some of you guys who might be doing no poo, tip number 5 doesn't really apply. And it's just something that I think is important if you're trying to grow your hair long and keep it healthy. And that is to trim it regularly. About 4 to 6 months, depending on how often I feel like my hair needs it, I trim my own hair. And I do this using my scissors, trimming off the bottom ends, just making them as even as possible, because they'll either grow in different shapes or lengths, or you'll start seeing them split at the ends ever so slightly. So I will go ahead and trim off this bottom part right here. It's basically at the lowest length, just about half a centimeter above that. So I'm cutting off all this excess. And obviously this is not straight, but I do have a video showing you how I cut my hair. You'll notice it's pretty quick and I'm not like a rocket science about it. And then I'll go ahead and put the thinning shears through the layers, and that's just because my hair gets really thick and heavy, and I don't know, it just works for me. I like it, and I've been cutting my hair like this for several years, and it works. And it does take experimenting and messing it up, and I know all the hairstylists out there are going to hate me for saying this, but for me, it saves me time and money, and I don't really enjoy going to the hair salon personally. I like my hair the way that it is, so it works. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you guys love this video in how to grow your hair long and healthy. They're very minimal approaches. They're things that you could do right now without having to go get anything excess. Just incorporate some of these habits, and I think you'll start seeing your hair will improve massively. And if you do find some success in it, let me know in the comments below, or if you want to add to this list, also let me know in the comments below. Be sure to let me know that you like this video by hitting thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for being here as always. I appreciate you guys so much. This has been so much fun, and it's been nice getting to be on here more regular and having chats with you guys. So thank you for all that. Remember, be good, be great, be grateful. As always, I am grateful for you.